Shavua Tov, Gute Woche. I am Rafael Rabinovich, and Bezrat Hashem, I'm going to tell story number 177 of the Shivchei of Shem Tov, the oldest source of Baal Shem Tov stories ever published. Tonight's story, the title is Deveikus shel Rav Moshe Shliach Tzibur Baal. The Deveikus, the intense devotion of Rav Moshe, the Shliach Tzibur of Baal. Shliach Tzibur is the person who is in charge or assigned to direct the prayers in a synagogue. Says the author of the Shivchei of Shem Tov, Shamati, I heard. So the source of his story is Rav Yekel of the Kehila Kedosha of Baal, the holy community of the city of Baal. Alav Shalom. May he rest in peace. So by the time he wrote the story, this Rav Yekel had already passed away. So Rav Yekel told him that in that mentioned community in Baal, there was a Shliach Tzibur in the best medrash, in the house of study. His name was Rav Moshe, and he was a wonderful tzaddik. Once he was assigned to the tefillah, to the prayers of Rosh Hashanah in the Beis HaMedrash, and when Rav Yekel was telling the story, he could not remember whether it was the prayers of Shachris or Musaf, the morning or the additional prayer after the morning prayers, the second day of Rosh Hashanah. There was another Baal Tefillah, another person who usually directed the prayers, who was sent to do this, who was assigned the other day, the first day of Rosh Hashanah, and he addressed this Rav Moshe and asked him to exchange their position, meaning you will get, Rav Moshe will get the first day and the other Baal Tefillah will get the second day. They will switch how they were originally assigned. Rav Moshe accepted, and he went to the Omut to pray the first day. During Tefillah of Shmone Esre, the prayer of the Midah, the standing prayer, Bekol, meaning once it is done silently, where the Shliach Tzibur, the person who directs the prayers, does it out loud. And of course in Rosh Hashanah is a very special and long prayer. So during this tefillah, Rav Moshe turned his face to the Tzibur, to the congregation, to the people, and he called the other Baal Tefillah by his name and asked him, how could you put me as the target for your arrow? Why do you put me here in the first place, in the first day of Rosh Hashanah? And he gave very severe words of Musar for nearly a half hour. This created a big commotion in the synagogue. The people were crying, they were shaken. And then he went back to his prayers. The scholars were upset at him for having interrupted his tefillah of Shmone Esrei, which should not be interrupted. Later, after Mincha, when they went to perform the Tashlich, the symbolic ceremony, going to a body of water outside of the synagogue to throw our sins to the water, Rav Yekel asked Rav Moshe why did he interrupt his tefillah Shmone Esrei, and Rav Moshe did not know anything about it and remembered nothing. The author of the Shivchei of Shem Tov says, Rav Yekel told me, I would not have believed this. Like I would not have believed that he really would not remember what he did. But I heard that the Baal Shem Tov fell in front of the Aron HaKodesh, grabbed the Aron HaKodesh with such devotion, and because he was so attached to the tzaddik, Rav Moshe, he also became so attached during his tefillah, when he went back to his prayers, that in that moment he remembered nothing of what just happened before. When that happened, says Rav Yekel, I believe that could be true. That really he could forget everything he just did and only be connected to his prayers and to the davening, the prayers of the Baal Shem Tov. And so it's the story. A detail that called my attention is the Baal Shem Tov was in Mezhibush, was not in shul in front of them. So during that moment, when they were in Bar, the Baal Shem Tov in Mezhibush went to grab the Aron HaKodesh. And his Deveikus, his attachment to God in that moment, attached his chassid in Bar, in another city, as he's davening from the Amud, and forgets what he himself had just done. That's the point of the story. Quite amazing. In merit of all the stories of the Baal Shem Tov, may we all be blessed with every good thing. May those Jews who are in enemy hands be returned home safely, at no additional exchange or cost, simply they should come free. May all of Eretz Israel, including the corners where they still have Lo Aleinu, the fight, may they enjoy peace and return to Jewish hands safely. May we all be blessed. Please give me a like, subscribe, tell Baal Shem Tov stories, and I am translating all the stories of the Shivchei Baal Shem Tov. I've nearly finished the book. Telling the stories here in the channel every Motzei Shabbos in English and in Spanish in 2 videos, and I'm translating the book from Hebrew to Spanish with the hopes to publish it Be'ezras Hashem, God willing, this year. I appreciate contributions for that end. See links below. Blessings. Please come next week. Shavua Tov. A gute Woche.